Okay, here's part two, and we've got a couple different types of lines in our system here. We're just going to start from the top down. The top lines right up here, and there's anywhere from 1 to 3 lines. Those are the primary distribution lines, and the force going through those is 2.4 to 34 kilovolts of electrical current volts going through the primaries there, and that's feeding the entire neighborhood or the entire city. A huge amount of power going through those lines, and what needs to happen to actually end up feeding the house is it has to go through a transformer. It's those garbage can looking things up on the pole. The power gets pushed to the transformer and it gets stepped down or reduced so it can be put into the secondary distribution lines. And the secondary distribution lines are 120 to 240 volts on average. Those are usually the 3 lines going across. These lines are, just like the primaries, are not insulated lines. Sometimes the secondaries will have a weather coating on them, and you'll often see that stripped off if they're very old. So these are not insulated lines, making them very dangerous if you touch them with anything. Off of the secondary lines comes the house drop. It's that triplex line, the 2 insulated wires along a ground, which is the metal wire on the inside. And those are the same voltage. It's 120 to 240 volts going to the house from those house drops. Below those lines, and they're the lowest on the pole, is the communication lines. That's internet, cable, television, and those aren't as dangerous as the ones above it. So as you go up the pole, it increases in hazard to your body, essentially. So you're just going to distances here, just for these triplex here, it's avoid contact, but they are insulated as opposed to the secondaries, which are not insulated. So you're able to get a little closer to these, especially when we're doing pruning jobs and clearance requirements for the homeowner there. So you're able to get pretty close to these without a serious amount of danger, but there is a lot of voltage going through them. So just be aware and try to avoid contact.